Well, hello there, it's the Archivist from TradingCardArchives.com, and tonight, it's a Friday night here, I am super excited to be filming another mail video, but I'm not really excited about this pack, although this could have some really cool stuff in it. Uh, I'm actually not sure exactly what. We're going to find out what's in that, but I know what's in the other package, and that is my Pirates cards. I've been waiting for those for months now. These are Richard Parks, RRParks' latest independent set based on historical pirates. And it looks incredible. I haven't opened mine yet, so I don't, haven't seen them in person. We're going to look at them together. But first, we got to get this opened. Then we're going to look at that. So let's get this open as quickly as we can so we can get to the pirates. Because, oh man, I am so excited for those pirate cards. Like, you don't even know. It's kind of like a dream set to have. I couldn't even believe when he announced it. It just, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, you'll see, you'll see. They're going to be something else, and you're going to be really sad that you didn't order them. But I told you about them many times. So if you follow the channel, you've had a lot of chances to get them. And I know it's not the end of it either, because he will be offering some of the set one for sale later. I'll tell you a little bit about that in a minute. First we got to look at this. Sorry, one thing at a time. And okay, so this is actually kind of cool. Some of you might already recognize what this is. This is Kayou's latest Three Kingdoms set. So Kayou has been producing a set of Three Kingdoms trading cards for, oh gosh, over a year now they've been making these, and we are on the fourth edition now. That's what this is right here. So that is edition 4. And I have all 4 of them here, so I can do a big video where I open all 4 at once, and you can kind of see how it all progressed through the sets. They're a set that's focused on Chinese cultural history, the romantic period of their history. We sometimes refer to it as like the Dynasty Wars era or Romance of the Three Kingdoms. There's a lot of names for that era, but it's a very famous historical period. There's been a lot of games, even in the West, based on it. And Kayou has made this just incredible art card set. That's what this one is. And I decided to go ahead and just get 2 boxes right away because I loved this set so much last time. Kind of, it's, okay, I was like, is this box shorter? But no, this box just got a little bit more damaged in shipping. This one's in a little bit better shape. What I really love about these boxes, I've talked about it before, is this strip on the top is the security seal. Unless you tear that, you can't see what's inside this box. Even if you come from the bottom, there's a plastic cover down there, so you won't be able to look at the packs or weigh them or anything. So even though this is broken here, I'm not worried about it because this isn't broken, so nobody would have been able to get in there and look at any packs or anything. And there are numbered cards in these sets. This set surprisingly even has a little bit of a secondary market. If you go on eBay and search for Kayou the Three Kingdoms, there's quite a few cards being sold from this set. Not as much as when it first came out, but still, it's not nothing, right? So there is a little bit of a market for these. So yeah, there's been 4 art card boxes, but over here is something also pretty interesting. So this is also Kayou. It's the Three Kingdoms, and it's based on the same set. So these will use the same artwork, but this box here is a TCG. So this is an actual trading card game. There will be rules inside here on how the game works, and this is the second box of it. Now I'm kind of confused because it says here, edition 1. But we'll take a look. I'll get the other box out when I do a big Three Kingdoms video, and you'll see them all. But I actually have the first TCG box also. It's a white box, whereas this one is obviously red. So we'll take a look and figure out exactly what changed, if anything, if it really is a second set, or if it's a whole new TCG. It could be they just made a completely new one. I know they lost the Marvel license and have been kind of struggling a bit to figure out what to do with their Hero Battle game. So maybe they've made Hero Battle cards. I don't know. They don't really look like. Yeah, I mean, these look like Three Kingdoms TCG cards to me, not hero battle cards. But anyway, like I said, we'll take a look at this. This will have quite a few more packs in it. This is a 2-yuan set, so it should have, I think, 30 packs inside here. But the cards are not full art cards. They have rules on them, and there's going to be a lot of repeats and duplicates in here. Whereas in here we're looking at more, ultra premium. This is a 10-yuan box, so ultra premium cards, less cards per pack, that kind of thing. But yeah, anyway, enough talk about this. We will look at these, I don't know if this weekend, maybe not. I have a lot of big videos planned this weekend, but maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But when I do look at this, I'll have all the sets out together, and it's going to be amazing. It looks like they're focusing maybe on naval battles, which is pretty cool. A lot of people don't think about naval warfare in ancient China, but they had better ships than a lot of the Western countries did much earlier, and were able to wage naval warfare pretty well, not out on the open ocean, but within their coastlines and island territories. So yeah, there actually was quite a bit of naval war back then too. So that would be interesting if the set is focused on that. But okay, enough talk. Sorry, I'm actually pretty excited about those, as you can tell. But I am even more excited about this. And I know it has this eBay tape on it. This is not an eBay release. This is a Kickstarter. So this was a Kickstarter run by RRParks, who is the master of independent trading cards. I've talked about him quite a lot. I've actually talked with him a few times. I have looked at, I think, every set he's released in the past year I've looked at. And I don't get any of these for free. I paid the same, I backed this on Kickstarter just like anybody else. In fact, you'll see I backed it more than a lot of other people did, because I got some extra stuff too that I paid for. So this is something that I'm more than willing to pay for, and I'm sure once you see it, you will be too. If you like trading cards at all, RRParks releases are just the best that there are. They're just so good, and he's gotten so good at this. I think he has over 300 sketch card artists that he can work with for his sets. So when you get a RRParks set, you're going to get some one-of-one sketch cards in there from some of the top sketch card artists working in the industry today. He works with basically everybody. So these are the people who make, top-end Star Wars and Marvel sketch cards. But now they get to go and make a pirate sketch card. That's what'll be in here. So I'm having some trouble getting it open, but I will figure this out. Just give me a minute here. We'll get this open. I won't. I try not to pause because I kind of want to see exactly how it gets opened. There we go. Okay, cool. I got it open. Looks like he handmade a box here. That's cool. I do that too sometimes. So this is the extra stuff I got. We'll talk about what that is in a minute. This is the actual master's set here. So RRParks runs his Kickstarters. There's a lot of different levels that you can back them at. You can back it at, a very low cost, I think even down to like $20, and get, a partial set or some of the special cards or some of the promo cards. But what you really want to do is get the master set. That's where you're getting everything that was in the set and some of those sketch cards. You'll get random sketch cards, so you can't, there's no way to get all the sketch cards. That would be way too much. And this piece here is also very interesting. Okay, let me get this off the table and we'll talk about this some more. So this is easily one of his most ambitious products yet that I've seen from him. I've seen him make. There's just so much content packed in here. And I mean, if you have any interest in real historical pirates, this set is an incredible thing to have. The cards in here will give you information about basically every real historical pirate that existed, and a picture of them and everything. It's got a reprint of an actual set that was released in the 60s based on, I think in the 50s based on pirates. And yeah, and there's all kinds of extra stuff in here too, including like a authentic piece of 8, which is, pirate coin, basically. And what I heard from him and what he's been posting on Facebook, which is if you want to follow what RRParks works on, you really have to be on Facebook. That's kind of where he does all his stuff basically, and talks about everything he's working on. But yeah, on there he's been saying that he's actually going to make 3 releases of this over time. So he says he already has a second one planned. So this is the first. He'll put up a Kickstarter, maybe later this year for the second one. And when he does that, he'll offer what he calls like a special venue, which means that when you back the second set, you can also get a copy of the first set. So he always makes more of these than he actually sells. And that means that, people who see it first, maybe from one of my videos or something he does on Facebook, and get excited about it, it's sad that you missed it. You can't buy this now, right? This was only something you could buy like 3 or 4 months ago, right? You had to buy it then if you wanted it now. But when the second one comes out, you'll have a chance to pick up the first edition too. You'll have to pay for it, but it's worth it, and you'll have the full set, right? So if you are interested in this, make sure you follow his Facebook page so that you can get updated when this happens. I've also added a independent trading cards main page to tradingcardarchives.com. So that is a real website. If you go to that website, there's a top level page now for independent cards. And if you click on there, I have information about RRParks and what he does and everything, and a few other of the big publishers, Long Dog Cards and Leg Day Cards. There's actually quite a big independent card movement happening right now, and it's growing all the time. It's actually really exciting to watch, and giving us sets like this that, Topps would just never produce something like this. They're just not going to do it, right? So, if you want this, you have to get it from independent publishers. Yeah. So anyway, that page also has links to all the currently running Kickstarters. There actually is a trading card Kickstarter running right now for Sexy Robots, I think. I did not back that one, but it looks pretty interesting if you're into frame arm girls and that kind of thing. It looks like a wonderful set to get for that. But it also lists some upcoming Kickstarters. And of course, as soon as the Pirates 2 Kickstarter goes up, I'll have it on that page too. So if you don't want to get on Facebook for whatever reason, follow my channel, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will definitely let you know when it's out, and I'll let you know over and over and over again. So you'll definitely know. There won't be any problem with that. All right, so now let's look at this promo here. So this card he has been showing for quite a while. This is an Analoglyph 3D. That's like a red-blue 3D of the Flying Dutchman. But this is basically the cover that's here. And this is the original set, was Pirates of the Spanish Main, right? And Pirates of the Spanish Main was a set that came out. Let me pause quick and make sure I have my details right, because I don't want to say the wrong thing. So I'm gonna pause. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, and I was way off. I'm sorry, Richard, if you're watching. I should have looked it up ahead of time. But yeah, this Pirates of the Spanish Main trading cards set, which is reprinted here as part of this, not all of it, but part of this, was a historical pirate set actually from 1888. So it's over 150 years, about 150 years old now. That trading card set. That's how old that set was. And it was actually printed by the Allen and Ginter brand, which is a brand that's now owned by Topps. And you'll see they make like these historical baseball cards from that brand every once in a while. But this set was a pirate set that came out again in 1888, if you can believe that. But this is a 3D card, so I'll go ahead and kind of show you sort of through my camera what that looks like, red, blue. I'll look at it myself here, and oh my, it's actually really well done. It's hard. I'm sorry that I can't show you this, but that is like, I'm using these. That looks very 3D. Like, it's got a great effect. It really looks like it's coming out through that card. That is very well done. I'm quite impressed. So good job there on that. and I got two of those, so let me put that over here. And I wanted to show you one more thing too before we get into the set. And I'm sorry, I know I'm drawing this out, but honestly, this is something I've been waiting for a really long time. I hope you can hear it in my voice. I am quite excited for this set. So I'm getting out something which, if you know what this is, you already know how special this is. But this is Pirates of the Spanish Main. So it's the same name, right? But it's not the same product by any means. This was printed in 2007, I want to say. Anyway, sometime in the early 2000s, this was printed. But this is part of a trading card game, which they actually called it a constructible strategy game. But this is kind of the coolest thing. This is PocketModels by WizKids. And I've shown it on my channel a few times before. I have a bunch of them. I have the Star Wars ones, and I have a lot of the pirate ones. But this pack specifically is from the original game. So when it first came out, it came out like this, Pirates of the Spanish Main. This is an unlimited edition pack. But even so, a pack like this today will sell from anywhere from $20 to $30 for one pack, right? So we're going to open up basically a $20 pack today. So I'll open this and build the little models for you too. In fact, why don't we start with that? Because then we'll have the little pirate ships here, and we can open up the pirate cards to go along with our pirate ships. It's a very cool game. I have the full edition of this that came out. In fact, let me pause. I'll show you that too, because I mean, we're talking about pirates. I might as well get my pirate stuff out. And I want to show you anyway. So I'll be right back. I'll show you that in a second too. All right, I'm back. So this is the, what basically was a full edition of that game. This was not the original box though. The original box product is quite expensive. I don't own that, but this is a later edition that came out. But this particular set is very interesting because it includes some of the ships, also some sea monsters, but it has a map in it. And I've already opened it before. I haven't opened the packs that are in here, but this is the map. So I have not opened this yet, but this is basically a plastic map that you could play the game on. It's a miniatures game, just like something like Warhammer, right? So you use a ruler to move the ships around, and then there's rules for what kind of cannons can shoot what. And that kind of stuff. And there were a ton of releases of this. Believe it or not, this was an incredibly popular game. Well, popular might be a strong word. A well-loved game, and it made enough money that WizKids produced, I think, like 12 different expansions for this game, including through the time that Disney was releasing the original Pirates of the Caribbean movies. And so there are Pirates of the Caribbean tie-ins for this game. So you can, I have some of them. I didn't get those out because I wanted to show you one of the original packs. But there are ones where you can pull the Black Pearl and Johnny Depp's ship and all that kind of stuff. So that is also part of this game. So anyway, let's get this pack opened because I kind of want to show you what this is like again. And sorry, if you've already seen it, you can, I put little bookmarks in the video, so you can skip ahead to when I start opening those if you want. But I do want to show you this because it ties in well with the theme of pirates here today. And this is just such an interesting product. It's not just a... Oh, that kind of cut. Oh, I'm sorry. Wow, okay. This is a little bit old. I guess it kind of melted together there at the bottom. But it's not just a miniatures game. It's actually a trading cards as well. So this right here is one of the model cards. So this is one of the ones I just got. It's a red, which means a common. So that's a common. But I could also get an uncommon or a rare, right? So there are different tiers of cards. And I'll show you with, this is one of the Kayou cards I got the other day. It's the same size, right? So this, if you don't build the model, it's just a trading card, right? It's a trading card for that ship, whichever ship that is. Oh, 2005, actually. This was, like I said, one of the original ones. Now, everything that you need to play the game is inside each bag, including these tiny little dice. So you need to be able to roll dice to play the game. So they give you that with every pack. But with one pack, you have enough stuff to play this game with another person, which is kind of cool, right? And then once you get more packs, you can trade ships and get bigger ships and that kind of thing. But yeah, you can actually roll that dice, and it really works with the game. I have so many of these because every single pack has one in it, including the Star Wars packs. So I'll go through some of the things that came with it then. So this is a set list, basically, of all the different cards that exist and their point values. And so that matters because, like a Warhammer army, you have to build it to a certain point value. If you're going to play like a 40-point game, you want to make sure both sides are even, right? You don't want someone to just have all the rare ships and you have all the common ships. That's not fair, right? So you build it to point values, but you can see there some of the different ships that are available. And what we'll do is we'll build these up, and then I'm sure whichever one we happen to get today, let's see, what is this? This is 17. So 17 is maybe not on here. Oh, there's more in the middle. Sorry. Okay, so 17 is Treachery. So that's not a named pirate's ship, which kind of makes sense because it's just a common, right? This one is uncommon, though. That's a 49. And you'll see it's a much larger ship, which makes it a little bit more valuable and also better in the game itself. So that is 49, which is the HMS Dover. So that's a pirate hunter from England. Then this pirate ship here will be... oh, this is also part of 49. So 49, I guess, has... Oh, wow, it has many pieces. Okay. Well, this is going to be fun. I've never seen one with 3 cards before. I've honestly never seen that. So yeah, this is all 49. This is card 1 of 3, 2 of 3, and 3 of 3, and it's a 10-point ship, the HMS Dover. You also get some coins to use sort of as, as like markers in the game, right? So this ship may dock and explore a wild island using the same move. There's like rules. Yeah, anyway, it's a whole game. I'm not going to teach you how to play the game today. There's guides online, and there's lots of videos of this game too if you want to watch people playing it. But yeah, we're going to build the Treachery and the HMS Dover today. I'll show you some other things that came with it. And if you've seen me open these before, you've probably never seen this type of rule book. The newer packs are much bigger, and they come with glossy rule books with pictures and things. But the original game, the Pirates of the Spanish Main, again, this is the original pack, $20 pack we just opened here today, comes with paper rules, like very, very papery, right? They were trying to save money there. So here's another sort of guide to how to build the models. So we'll be using this to help us figure out how to build it. But you can see there, it's basically the way you would set it up is you'd have the island, and you're going to fight over this island, and whoever lands on the island is going to get the gold that's on it. So here's the island that we got today. But isn't that cool? Like, you get the terrain too, and the terrain is also, you just saw it was on a card, just like everything else. So then we can put the gold here. And sorry, again, I know I'm kind of wasting a lot of time. Well, not wasting, I'm burning time on this video because I'm just honestly really excited about the Pirates set, and I want to, make the Pirates stuff last as long as I can. But of course, if you want to skip ahead, that's totally fine. The reason I put the markers in the video is specifically so you can skip to whatever part you want or rewatch parts, however you feel about that. But let's go ahead and get a ship built now. So this will be, let's see, this is going to be the Treachery. And English ships get +1 to their cannon rolls against this ship. That's interesting. So these are, the treachery earned her name and the eternal hatred of Her Majesty's Navy when she guided the fleet over a reef that splintered their hulls, and her crew later returned and looted the wrecked ships. That's that's quite a thing to do. So let's put the flag on the back. We won't put, I won't mark these. These are kind of like damage markers. I won't be putting those on it today, just because that's a lot to have to pop out all at once here. But let me get our pirate flag and mast in. Oh, I should do these. Here, 1 second. Let me pop these out. These are the sails and masts for that ship. But how cool is that? It's like a trading card, right? But we're going to build an actual 3D model from this, and then that model can be used to play a game, right? You would keep this so you know the sort of strength and cannon rolls you need to hit. I guess you need 3s to hit with that ship. So we're gonna bend this into the frame here. So what I'm gonna do is kind of insert that one and then bend this around. And I'll try and not break this. It says, caution, fragile parts. They are not kidding. If you've watched me build these before, you know that I often break them. It's it's very difficult not to, because the pieces are, cardboard. But I will do my best here. See if I can, yeah, okay. I think I got that one in without breaking it. It's mostly, come on, you. Ooh, not quite. Let me push it out here a little bit so I can push that side in, maybe. Oh, good. Okay, I was just about to say, maybe I do need to pause. But I did manage to get that, so good. Let me get this one in then. It'll go like this. I'm doing the common ship first because I haven't built one of these in a while, and if I break one, I want to break the common ship and not the uncommon. Although, honestly, once you've popped these out of their card, they're just not worth as much anymore on the market. Nobody really buys the built models. I mean, I'm sure some people do. I've never tried to sell really any of these, but I've definitely never tried to sell one of the popped out commons before. Although you'll see if you look on eBay, people do, like, there are a lot of these for sale and a lot of packs for sale. And that's just because the value is so high on this, on these sets. Especially the older classic ones like this, they are worth, like I said, $20 a pack or more, right? And I've seen packs of other sets that are even more rare than the Spanish main one go for $100 a pack, right? For one pack. I can't even, it's like blows my mind to think about that. I don't own any that are that expensive for obvious reasons. I don't have that much money, but of course, that does exist. So there you go. There is a little pirate ship, the Treachery. It says the Treachery right on the side there, and it's got sails, and you can see the little pirate silhouettes there hanging on the sails. That's pretty cool. And the sails have sort of a marker of how much your roll has to be to hit that mast with your cannons. Okay, so there's one ship. Let's build the next one then. Let's build the HMS Dover, which is this much larger ship here. Let me get the sides out first. Honestly, if we had pulled a rare, I probably would not pop it out because the rare cards are worth still quite a lot of money. But I didn't pull one today. They're rare, right? So, but if you ever open one of these packs and get a gold down here instead of silver, don't pop that one out. Sell that card, because that card unpopped is worth, like 10 times more than the built model. So yeah, that's my advice to you there. Okay, then we need the main hull, main decking. Sorry, this is the decking. And that is the flag that'll go on the back. There we go. And it's a British ship, English ship. The HMS Dover, there you go. The HMS Dover is the standard of Her Majesty's Navy. She is large, well-armed, and above average cargo capacity, and is capable of reasonable speed. So there you go. Just joking around a little there, but okay, I'm sorry, I'll try to be, let me see if I can just get this built without making too many silly jokes, and then we can get into the cards. Because remember, I am here to open Richard Parks's pirate cards today. I just also wanted to build some pirate models since I'm here. Might as well, right? And this is a common technique they use in the PocketModels line, is they'll have the image come up through the tab like that. You see that all the time with the Star Wars models. And honestly, some of the Star Wars models are very good. Like, I have built some AT-AT Walker models, AT-AT Walkers, that are just amazing. Like, they look like a little model kit or something. They're so well done. Very intricate pieces. And I've also broken some. So yeah, be careful with them, of course. Trying to be as careful as I can here, although it is old and it is cardboard, so there's only so much I can do. I did, I don't know if you can see, but I did tear that just a tiny bit there. Hopefully no one will see that. It's just the decking. Okay, so here we go. Let's get this is the aft deck, and this is the fore deck. And shipping aft is the back, and fore is the front. Sorry, I'll try not to give you too much sailing lore. As much as I know, anyway. We actually know, my wife and I have done quite a lot of pirate research. She is a screenwriter, if I haven't mentioned that before, and one of her scripts was a television adaptation of the story of Anne Bonny, who was the first, one of the only female pirates, lady pirates. So her and Mary Read sort of became pirates to free themselves from, the tyranny of being a woman in the 1400s. It was not easy. I mean, it's not easy now, but it wasn't easy then either. And there actually will be Mary Read and Anne Bonny cards in this set, so we'll learn all about them from the card. But because she was writing that script, we did a ton of research on pirates and ships and how ships fight, and just tons and tons of things like that. I'm realizing I put that back piece on backwards, but I'm not going to redo it right now. Sorry. Let's see if I can do this without breaking it, please. If you've ever built a wooden ship kit, they also require a lot of bending like this, and it is nerve-wracking because often you only have like one piece, and if you bend it too hard or you bend it too far, you'll break it, and you can try to glue it back together, but the integrity of that model is basically ruined. And those ship models can cost that literally thousands of dollars. So you really want to be as careful as you can with those. This one's just cardboard. Still a $20 card basically, if you look at the modern prices. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I'm really not doing well on this. Let me try and get this in there. I can feel it catch, but not quite. There we go. I think I got. Oh nope. Come on, you. Come on. Also, probably easier to do without gloves on, but I'm the archivist. I have my gloves on. Oof. Oh, it's like almost 40 minutes in. I have not looked at the cards yet. People are going to be livid. That's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind. I wanted to spend time on this one, so I honestly don't mind at all. I'm going to spend as much time as I want on this video because these are pirate cards and I've been waiting a long time to get them. Let me put that flag in the back here. Like that. Man, that is already like a pretty good looking model. You've got multiple deck levels. We're gonna get a second mast on here, and then actually we're gonna get 2 more masts and then 2 sails. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of those. And then which sail goes in the front? This one, of course. Triangles in the front. Like that. And then this mast goes in the back here. That. And again, if you're wondering what this is PocketModels, trading card model kits. It's the weirdest thing, but it existed for about 10 years. WizKids was the manufacturer, and they released Pirate and Star Wars ones. They actually released NASCAR ones, Transformer ones. There were a lot of different versions of this product out there. But the Pirates product, Pirates of the Spanish Main, this is the most famous one by far. So, all right, so there you go. That's how that game looks. That's one pack. What you get in there, you get the island, you get the full ships, and it's randomized. So any pack you could get rare ships, common ships, all sorts of things like that. This is a completely unfair battle because this Treachery is only a 5-point ship, and this Dover is a 10-point ship. But still, if you read the story of the Treachery, it won anyway because it led that ship on a chase because the smaller ship going to be faster, and it led it over a reef. And this ship can go over the reef, whereas this ship sits deeper in the water. So it ran into that reef and got stuck. And once you're marooned out in the ocean, you run out of food and you die. There's not much you can do with a ship like this stuck out in the ocean. So, okay, anyway, sorry, I've spent a lot of time with these models here, but thank you for bearing with me on that. Let's take a look now at the special cards that I ordered. So this was an add-on. So when RRParks runs his Kickstarters, you can get the main set. Of course, I got the main set. But then he also allows people to order add-ons. And in this particular release, what he did is he sold the printing plate sets for all of the cards. So all these cards, right? So one of the pirates in this set is Stede Bonnet. And Stede Bonnet was someone who's called the Gentleman Pirate. You can read a little bit about him there on the Pirates and Privateers set here. But Stede Bonnet was a gentleman pirate. He was basically a rich, wealthy person who decided to go out and become a privateer or a pirate hunter. And he got a commission from the governor and went and did it. And he got his own ship and his own crew together and just went out there and did that, right? Now, if you have heard that name before, it's probably because he was the main character, well, one of the main characters in Our Flag Means Death. And Our Flag Means Death was a television show on HBO last year. which featured Stede Bonnet's story. Well, a version of his story. It's a very silly show. But I love that show, actually. I thought it was a lot of fun. And Taika Waititi is the director and also starred as Blackbeard. And this, again, is the printing plate set. So that's a full printing plate set. So these are one of ones because there's only one printing plate, right? And the way these cards are printed is there's a black, magenta, yellow, and magenta and cyan, right? And that's how they're printed with 4 different colors stamped on top of each other. And so those are the plates that were used for that. And then this was the plate for the back of the card. So there is a printing plate set of Stede Bonnet, the Gentleman Pirate. I picked that particular one. You could pick your pirate, basically. So you could buy the printing plate set from any of the pirates if you wanted. I chose Stede Bonnet because for Halloween last year, I dressed up as him based on his character in the Our Flag Means Death show. And yeah, I thought it was actually won second place in a costume contest with that costume. So yeah, so Stede Bonnet is kind of like my pirate, right? So that's why I chose him. I would have liked to have gotten Mary Read and Bonnie also, mostly for my wife. She would have loved those. But someone else had already bought them. I know it seems weird, but these independent cards, because so few sets get produced, I mean, he produced maybe 200 total master sets, like total, right? And I think he only offered 100 for sale this time. There's so few of them that the people get really excited about these, and then they'll sell out very quickly, right? So the Anne Bonny cards were gone the very first day. I didn't even notice it. So here's a checklist and some cover in there. And then we've got, I think this is just paper. Yeah, so here we go. And then these are the actual cards from the set. So we're finally going to look at some trading cards. 40 minutes into the video here. I'll put that over there. And my scissors can go here. And let's take a look at what we got. So I kind of want to sort these into groups and then look at the groups together. So this is Pirates and Privateers. So that'll go like that. And through here. So this is the main set. And like I was saying, it's a reprint of an 1888 trading card set based on real historical pirates. And that's what those are. So we'll look through all those in a second. And then here we have oh, this is cool. So these are preview cards, basically. So he's going to release more sets this year. He always does a huge Halloween set. And there's, I guess, a Monty Python themed card, I think, although I'm not super sure. Richard Maitland there. Oh, one second, I need to pause quick. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Let's keep going here. So this will be my, this is going to be my sketch cards. So this is a 1-of-1 sketch. So this is actually made by Keith Adrian. And it's a full color sketch too, which is pretty impressive. But that is, I guess, Robert Culliford. Very cool card there. I'm gonna sleeve that right away because the sketch cards I always want to keep safe. But yeah, this is kind of the highlight of the set, and it's pretty special to get from an independent trading card set. But you can get a 1-of-1 sketch card, which is epic. I'm so happy to have gotten it. I could not be any happier about that. That's amazing. Okay, so let's keep looking then at what we got here. So these are all sleeved, so I assume there's something really special. So this one is, oh wow, this is a metal card. So this is a metal card of a kind of sea beast or like a sea monster. That's an awesome drawing too. I love that, and it's metal. That's really cool. Again, just such a special thing to get. Again, we're talking about independent trading cards, right? And it still is this just gorgeous work of art there. Here, this is a print of some sort, I think. A canvas sale card. How crazy is that? So it's printed on canvas, which is the kind of material that a sail for an actual pirate ship would have been made of. That is also very cool. Like, I mean, I'm just nerding out here as someone who like is into pirates and nautical lore and all that kind of stuff. This is pretty special. I don't know if I've ever told this story. I don't know if I have time right now. But I sort of grew up on sailing boats. My parents owned a racing yacht, which sounds as cool as it is, but back in like the early 80s, so not as cool as today's yachts, but still a pretty awesome boat. It took about 20 people to crew it, and I was a crew on that ship many times when we went out sailing. We raced it actually on Lake St. Clair. We did what are called regatta races, which are these kind of like timed races. Anyway, we did that, and it was a lot of fun to do. And I was crewing that ship growing up, so I don't anymore, but I knew how to do all the knots that you needed to do. I knew how to do all the tacking and all that kind of stuff. Now this card is very special. So this is another Flying Dutchman, and it's a painting that has been turned into a lenticular 3D. And that storm in the background is an especially cool effect. But yeah, this is the Flying Dutchman. And this information here comes from the original set. And so you can read a little bit about that and learn about all the cards. But that one was turned into an actual 3D card. Very, very, very cool. What is this? Oh, this is a DIY. Okay. So RRParks always includes blanks so that I can now go and commission an artist. Maybe I can convince my wife to even paint me something on that one. But yeah, then you have your own sketch card. So here is a handcrafted limited edition etching. So this is another etching. They made 154 of these. Like I said, this is a very limited product. Even though it's independent, it's still, I think, was only 2 away from selling out completely. But what a beautiful work of art. And that's an etching that was printed on, you can see the etched paper is on this card backing. So such a nice thing to get. So here we have Series 2 coming soon. Like I was telling you, there will be a second series. So I guess around Halloween is when we're going to do it. So this, if you want these, you'll have another chance to get the set I'm showing you today when Series 2 comes out, and you'll also be able to get Series 2 at that time. So here is the promo. This is the original promo for Series 1. This promo is very cool. So there is a Patas, the Paws of Fate set coming out, which is mind-blowingly awesome. Anyone who's familiar with Mystery Science 3K knows, of course, about Manos, the Hands of Fate. It was one of the movies that they made famous, and is a famous movie on its own in cult circles. Quite a I don't want to say silly, but a very well-known cult movie anyway. And Leg Day Cards and RRParks are teaming up to do a cat-themed set. You know I'm going to be getting this. I'm first in line for this. I definitely will be backing that Kickstarter. I'll tell you all about it when it arrives. That Kickstarter is not out yet, so we can't get that one yet. But yeah, Manos, the Paws of Fate with cats. It's going to be awesome. Now here is another monster card. I can tell that was drawn by Leg Day Cards. Yep, of course. It's got her very signature style. But yeah, this is another promo just for a different set that will be coming out. Little Monsters is this set. And another awesome set I'm really looking forward to. And then here we have another printing plate. This is one... this is card 13. Okay, so this is a front cyan printing plate from card 13. So I ordered this printing plate set, but when you buy a RRParks product, you also get a printing plate card from the from the set proper, right? So this is the one that I ordered, a full set of these, but that's the one that came with my master's kit. And then this is the Relic card. That's right, Relic cards. So that is a very rough looking piece of aid in there, but that is pirate gold, right? So that came from a chest under the ocean. I actually have ordered a much nicer looking piece for my wife as a gift a while back. But there are a lot of diving crews that specialize in recovering these kinds of coins from ships that have wrecked in the ocean and selling them. So I know that you can buy coins like that, and that is yeah, you can't really read much on this one, but that's almost certainly a real coin. You can tell from the patina, if nothing else. So okay, so that was sort of the special cards that came in the set. Why don't we put those a little bit to the side here, and maybe I'll put the Manos one on top, and then we can look more at the rest of the cards here that we received today. Yeah, I really think this sea creature etching is super, super cool. Okay, so here are, this is another set of cards. So like I said, the main part of this is the reprint of the 1888 set, but there's other pieces in here that were commissioned and done by different artists. So this is card 18, and that this artwork was produced in 1921. Very kind of scary looking piece there. And here is Homeward Bound. Oh, and it's got a sea shanty on it. That's cute. Here's a nice galleon and a little sloop is what these small ships were called. Sloop, yeah. So we come on the sloop, John B. Yeah, so those small ships. And it's actually not well known. A lot of people think the pirates use these large ships, but that's not actually true. They use these small little ships in groups. So they would have like 5 or 6 of those, and they would circle the large ship. And that ship's cannons can't hit that thing because it moves too fast, right? The best they could do is hit close to it and maybe swamp the sloop by splashing it, right? But the chances of hitting a sloop with a cannon from a galleon like that is like nothing. It's so hard to do. It almost never happened. And so these pirates could just go around there and throw ropes up on and go on board and start fighting. But they very rarely used really large ships like that. Only some of the biggest well-known pirates like Blackbeard, right? He had a galleon that he used for a while. But most pirates were actually using sloops very close to shore. It's actually not that different from modern day piracy over in Somalia, where they will use small dinghies almost, like rubber boats, to come and assault your very large ship. These are quite well printed cards too. Yeah, I mean, this is a very impressive artwork here. Oh, there's the Flying Dutchman, not in its 3D form. Oh, that's very cool. I gotta say, like, if you are into pirate history at all, this set is amazing. I'm not gonna sit here and make you guys read the backs of every single one of these, but once this video is over, that's what I'm doing tonight. So I'm gonna go get some rum, and actually, I probably will actually get some rum, which was a very common product that the pirates would steal and trade in. And I'll drink some rum, and I'll read the backs of all of these cards and just learn all about it. Oh, this one is Ye Be Speakin' Pirate. Ahoy, a pirate greeting. Arr, yar, and gar. Avast. Aye, aye, aye. Blimey. Booty. Davy Jones' locker. Dead men tell no tales. That's a very, very cool, a very cool addition here. You can learn how to speak pirate from the back of the card. That's cool. Blood red roses. My clothes are all in pawn. Go down, you blood red roses, go down. And it ain't mighty doughty around Cape Horn. Oh, this is another sea shanty, I bet. The first land we made a point called the Dead Man. It's very, such a cool thing. Okay, so those are the, I guess, color painted cards from here. So I'm not sure exactly what to call that mini set. But now let's go through the main set. And I know we're at 55 minutes. This is going to be over an hour long. Sorry about it, but I'm actually not that sorry because I love this stuff. And if you're still watching, I'm sure you love pirates too. So these are reprints again of that 1888 card set. And you can see that set would have been in what was like a cigarette card shape. So the cards would have only had this part. They would have been much smaller, right? Not a full-size card. And so RRParks was able to add that on the side. And then this is sort of the actual size of that card. Everything else here was added by RRParks, just so you kind of understand what that means. Let me see how many of these I can get down on the table at once here. Oh, sorry, I know that's shining a lot. There we go, there's the coin. So that's Edward England, Bart Roberts, John Evans, Rock the Brazilian. And I know 1888 seems like, you know, maybe a long time ago or not that long ago, depending on sort of your concepts of time, but it's not that far away from when piracy actually happened, right? So real pirates were around still in the 1700s, early 1800s. So 1888, when this set was printed, you know, these pirates wouldn't have been alive anymore, but they were known by people who were still alive at that time. So it's kind of a very cool thing to even just to think about, right? So there's Van Horn, Mansvelt, Captain Jack Rackham. So Jack Rackham was the companion of Anne Bonny, or one of the companions of Anne Bonny, although they did have quite a tumultuous relationship. Edward Lowe. I'm not going to try and pronounce that, but that is a French pirate. De Graaf, that's another Dutch pirate, I'm sure. And some of these are pirates and some are privateers. A privateer is someone who was commissioned by the governor to hunt pirates. So Sir Henry Morgan, for example, was one of the most famous privateers who then turned pirate. So he became a pirate. Oh, there's Anne Bonny. Very cool. I'm going to actually keep that one over to the side because I want to show my wife afterwards some of the ones that I think she'll like. There's Edward Teach. So Edward Teach is Blackbeard. So not everyone knows that, but his actual name was Edward Teach. Howell Davis. I'm very curious what he'll be doing for set 2, knowing that set 1 is, you know, a full reprint of this original set. I'm not sure what he'll do, but I'm very interested. I mean, this was such a value-rich product. I mean, I think I paid $90 maybe for what you see here, and I'm over the moon. Getting an original set of these cards would cost you hundreds of dollars. So, originals, of course. These aren't originals, they're reprints, but still, to be able to have them and the information that was on the back, right? Like this is unedited. This is from 1888 is when that was written. It's going to have anachronistic English on it, but time appropriate English. And that's just mind-blowing to me. Like, it's so awesome to me to think about reading through these and reading it in the voice and language of someone who might have actually known about these pirates, almost firsthand, right? I mean, it's maybe not, but or at least secondhand, right? They might have known their grandparents or something who, actually were there when some of these pirates were caught and hung. That is crazy to think about. Kennedy, not our modern day Kennedy. There's Mary Read. So Mary Read was Anne Bonny's companion. Anne Bonny unfortunately did not have a great ending to her story. She died in prison. There is Charles Vane, Captain Worley, Captain Tew, Sir Ravenel. There's Captain Kidd, another very famous pirate, a real pirate, although often there's a lot of fictional accounts of, like, Captain Kidd is used in a lot of the stories about pirates, but those are fictionalized accounts of his real life. Which, for all we know, it's all fiction, right? Not many people knew the real stories that these pirates led. The people who sailed with them died, right? You didn't. Piracy was not a life that lasted very long. So you were free, but you weren't free for long. So not many people lived to sort of tell the story of these various pirates. So here is the promo. Oh, this is the second promo. Okay, cool. I'll put that in here with the first promo. And then there is Pierre. Here is Stede Bonnet and Samuel Bellamy. So yeah, so that's Stede Bonnet. This is the card where I have the full printing plate set. So again, just amazing. This is amazing. So thank you very much, RRParks, for putting a set like this together and making it available for sale. Nobody else would do that. This is kind of a dream come true for collectors and history geeks like myself. I hope you also got some enjoyment out of this. I apologize again if you wanted this and didn't know about it until now. I'm sorry, but I did say a lot about it while it was available, so you had a chance. And the second series will come out, and I will tell you when it does, so you'll know. But for now, you kind of have to just live with what I have here. But what a set. What an amazing set. I'm seriously overjoyed. I mean, I hope you can tell I spent over an hour looking at them. So definitely wonderful, wonderful cards. And I'm going to spend a lot more time. I'm going to spend probably the rest of the night drinking rum and reading pirate cards. It's going to be a fun time. Sorry, I'm not going to do that live. Maybe someday we can do a drinking and cards live. That might be fun. But tonight, I think I'll just do that by myself. But it will be a lot of fun. And hopefully, yeah, you enjoyed this. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of these or what you would want from an independent trading card set. Richard and I, we don't talk often, but we do have spoken a few times now. And if you have ideas, I can pass it along to him, and we can see what we can do. He's very good at getting various types of things together, even licensed things. He's made Mystery Science 3K cards. He's made Sharknado cards, which is crazy. He's made Ultraman. He's made a ton of Ultraman cards with signatures from the original actors and things. It's kind of insane what Richard has been able to put together. But this is very special. I'm sure you can tell just from the time I've been talking here that this is something I'm very excited about. And I am. So thank you very much, RRParks, and thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.